Those Damn Ross Kids is a podcast for adults, and the opinions expressed do not reflect the opinions of our employers or even ourselves. We'd like to hear from you. Give us a call at 419-528-TDRK to leave a voicemail, and we just may play it on the show. You're going into the isolation chamber?
What's that?
That's the room where we keep you, so that way my mic doesn't bleed into your mic.
No.
Yeah, it's in the other room. You'll hear me. You'll hear me on the monitor.
Turn down the monitor.
Do you want me to turn down your monitor?
No, turn down your mic. That would help.
Oh, would it?
Yeah.
Would it?
Yeah, lower.
I'm like way okay.
Lower.
Okay. All right.
Lower.
How about now?
That's okay. Much better.
Sweet.
Yeah. It's
Are you ready to start the show?
Yeah.
Cool.
Those Damn Ross Kids, a conversation between brothers, featuring Chris and Cole Ross.
Hey Chris, what episode is this?
This is episode number 68 of the comedy podcast, Those Damn Ross Kids.
My name is Cole Ross.
I am Chris Ross.
And we're here to entertain your asses. Live and in person. Right now, right here. This is immediate. Be in the moment. Center. There is no past. There is no future. There is only the single atomic moment. The razor's edge upon which you ride into the blazing, uncertain future, which does not exist, but you're creating it.
Hey, wake up.
Chris, can you tell me a story?
Yep. After Kazakhstan's Maria Dmitrenko won the gold medal at the Arab Shooting Championships, she mounted the podium.
Okay.
That wasn't for you. That's for the listeners to giggle at mounted.
Right.
To hear her national anthem being played. The problem was, Kuwaiti officials used the obscene spoof version from Borat. Sample lyric, Kazakhstan's prostitutes cleanest in the region. Thank you, Sacha Baron Cohen.
Thank you. Very nice.
The shooting championship officials say that it was an honest mistake, and the shooter was a good sport about it. And officials redid the ceremony with the correct anthem in place. Kazakhstan, of course, demands a full investigation.
Yakshimesh. Oh, Pamela, my beloved Pamela. Hey, how many more references can I get in here?
I am not. You are. Actually.
What is this?
How many can you do?
Because
I'm not.
And this? That's
hang like sleeve of wizard. Okay, I got one.
Yeah. The bear in the ice cream truck.
Oh, that's right.
The kids ran off, and the bear was right there.
Yeah.
Do you remember when he and him and that fat guy were wrestling, and they ran into the convention center?
Yes, I do.
You do.
Mm-hmm.
That was great.
Yeah. You watched all of this movie. With me, I think.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm preparing my book report, so I want to make sure that I had all the points.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, so an honest mistake, so somebody just YouTubed Kazakhstan national anthem. Is that the top hit?
It seems like
Is that it? I mean, because that's what, I only believe what Google tells me. People from Kazakhstan, I think they're the most likely to lie about the Kazakhstan national anthem. Don't you agree? They've got something to hide.
Yeah, I do. I agree. I'm sorry. I'm watching your glasses fog up at the top.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Intermittently.
I'm way up close to my mic cover. Yeah,
I guess your hot air is coming back up under the hoodie of your mind sights.
Chris, I'm right on top of the pantyhose. Okay,
you need little
I'm right here.
Inside wipers for those things.
Was that a Q invention? Was that Q?
Yeah, Q.
Yeah,
mm-hmm.
And it saved him at the last minute when it looked like everything was hopeless.
Yeah, definitely.
James Bond, James Borat.
Yeah.
My name is Borat.
See, I don't know. Save Batman from molesting those kids. The grappling hook castration device.
Jeez.
Thanks, Alfred. Screw the mayor. Get it.
Speaking of international affairs, why don't we talk about some customs? I'm not talking about customs like a place's national anthem or their cuisine or their manner of dress or their folk dances. I'm talking about, customs like when you pass from place to place. right?
Yeah,
You
like,
gotta-
that's how the electric slide differs from Marietta Airport.
Exactly. You want to make sure that you're using the Imperial electric slide, not the metric electric slide, because man, just a bloodbath.
Those conversions are awful.
Yeah. Chris, a Nigerian woman was stopped at the Dulles airport after customs officers made a shocking discovery. She was attempting to smuggle pellets of heroin into the country in her stomach. Chris, 180 pellets, totaling in at 4 pounds and 12 ounces of heroin. Street value?
4 pounds? 4 pounds of uncut.
4 pounds of gack, Chris.
4 pounds of heroin.
Chris, 4 pounds of Crazy Horse.
Of the brown
All right?
stickies.
4 pounds of the Crazy Horse.
I'm gonna
Everybody
go
knows
ahead
this is
and
nowhere.
Say
4 pounds
$12 million.
4 pounds of Mr. H from the Letter People.
$12 million.
Okay. I have no idea. I was hoping you knew.
I have no idea.
I
I mean, she could have gotten just as full by a few value meals. You didn't have to eat all that heroin.
No, you didn't.
I did see the picture of the stack of little pellets, though.
It's pretty crazy,
Yeah,
right? They
really?
look like something you buy at a Whole Foods, like in the
Yeah.
vitamin section.
How fast
like
would you
this
die?
This is like buckwheat.
One
If
of those
that
bursts.
dissolved. Oh God, just the one.
Just like one of those.
It'd be a peaceful death, though.
And then how many? And then what would they do? They would dig up your body.
Mm-hmm.
The addicts, and then how would they?
They would smoke you.
They would smoke
your
and
joints.
inject you.
They would smoke your joints.
Oh
Chris.
gosh! All right.
Yeah.
They would inject your juices and smoke your joints.
Yep. Cannibal junkies.
Your cartilage is bubble gum.
Have you been going into my computer and looking at the folder marked screenplays?
No, I have not.
Have you been looking at the folder marked pornography?
Have you been shining them to me?
Have you have you been looking at the folder marked unforgivable pornography? No.
No.
Okay. All right.
No.
The customs officers discovered her during a routine pat-down when they discovered that her stomach was abnormally rigid. They kept her in custody until X-rays confirmed that she passed all of the pellets out
She
of her
was from
body.
one of those African big belly countries, wasn't she?
Nigeria. So,
Nigeria,
I
you
mean,
know.
not quite Ethiopia, but kind of right on the border there.
I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it's,
Maybe she really is sick and needed money.
nobody's that well off over there anyway, so.
They're all queens.
Yeah, they got some rockin' abs here.
Probably.
Just a bouncing baby boy in your belly.
I'm sure there's a boy on the other end that's gonna slice her open to get that shit out.
Jeez. Well, she passed it, so I imagine.
They sat there and waited for her to poop it?
They sat there and waited for her to poop it out.
Oh, wow.
Like I said, they used X-rays to make sure that every last pellet was out. The previous record holder was also a Nigerian, Chris. The previous record was just a little bit over 4 pounds. Customs officials are worried about what will happen if this quantity, Chris, this shocking quantity of the Crazy Horse is the new normal. What kind of people are we dealing with here? What kind of monsters?
I don't know.
I mean, it's victims of circumstance, I'm sure, but everybody has their reasons
Tell
for
you
being a mule.
what kind of monsters we're dealing with here in Ohio.
Oh boy, I love Ohio stories.
Ohio Democrat Nina Turner introduced Senate Bill 307, which would make getting Viagra a pretty big deal. A man in search of the blue pill would have to jump through 3 hoops. 1, meet with a sex therapist. 2, undergo a cardiac stress test. And 3, have a sexual partner confirm his impotency in a notarized statement.
This is awesome. I love this.
If the man got the okay, he'd have to stick with the counseling and would be given information about pursuing celibacy as a viable lifestyle choice.
Holy shit, I love this woman.
Turner insists that if her state can regulate a woman's productive health, men should be fair game too.
Oh, that is amazing. I love that. Oh, I'm not even joking right now. That's great. Why should insurance pay for your fucking birth control? Why should insurance pay for your fucking Viagra?
Well, yeah. I just hate how this came about.
Well,
I hate how this came about.
What do you mean? Like through
This came about
like
at
months of acrimonious off-topic stuff.
This came about at like 7:15 on like a Tuesday morning.
Okay.
At the meeting of the Green Hat ladies. All right.
Okay.
At the local Bob Evans, where they shared an order of cornmeal mush and talked about how they wish they could
Pump the
drink
brakes,
regular
pump the
coffee,
brakes,
not decaf coffee anymore.
Pump the brakes. No, this is something, you know.
They probably bought a slice of pie to take home to their air quotes husband, but we all know he's dead or left. So it's actually for them to eat in the depressive pit.
Yeah. It keeps for a while.
They decide how they're going to fuck with the world.
I mean, they're passing it to make a point. They're passing it to,
that's the problem.
They're putting it in.
Yeah. Well, you want to make a point or you want to make the world better? You were elected to fucking make the world better and solve real problems, not make a point.
Yeah. Well, they're also trying to make the world better by pointing out the hilarity of any kind of law that's meant to legislate.
Why don't you vote for something while you chip at an arrowhead?
Hey, I know.
That way you can make a point and do something productive.
I recognize. I know that there are probably a bunch of other bills where I've been like, what, they're wasting time or whatever. I agree with it, so it's right.
Why don't you take a community college course on Microsoft Word where you learn how to put a dividing line across the page with an arrow on the end of it?
Horizontal rule.
Horizontal rule.
Yeah.
With a point at the end.
Yep.
You could double point it. I don't give a fuck. Do your job.
Yeah. I don't know. They're provoking thought. They're saying if this is as absurd. Yeah.
I thought about driving there.
Oh man,
it has nothing to do with the subject. As you take out the Viagra, take out the issue. The point is, it's not for anything other than
that it's not intended to pass.
Yes.
Okay, I agree with you. Okay, if that's the ground, then yes, it's sad that that's where we're at.
I don't know if you're sufficiently uncomfortable yet.
Well, I just we usually are on the side of casual misogyny, and I think this time we're going all out. We're going for this.
It has nothing to do with that. You're trying to paint me now.
It's no different than you painting me.
Well,
just paint me up.
Hopefully it's edible. That way I can lick that blue off your balls.
Yeah, looks like I just blew myself.
Oh.
Remember that episode of Arrested Development?
God, you are original content Cole today.
I am a straight pipe, Chris, and one in my ears, not my mouth.
Yeah, that's the one.
You want to quote Family Guy?
No, I don't.
I was trying to do a Stewie, but I can't do a Stewie. Chris, speaking of controlling a woman's body, Pope Benedict XVI is known for his high fashion sense. But now he's extending his exquisite taste into the realm of fragrances. I mean, he wears like nice red Italian loafers and, various sunglasses and hats when he's not in his raiments, and mantle, right? He's commissioned an Italian perfume designer to create a fragrance that only he can wear.
Starch and pre-cum.
I love the concept of pre-cum whenever it comes up in conversation.
Yeah.
It's just like all you have to do is mention it, I just laugh. It's so juvenile.
It smells like a starchy robe and pre-cum.
And 10 years of secrets.
And Asiago cheese.
Jeez. It will be a combination of lime tree, verbena, and grass. Silvana Casoli, the, quote, nose, now that's what they call perfume designers, noses, has made fragrances for Sarah Jessica Parker, Katy Perry, Madonna, and Sting. The cologne is being designed with the Pope's love of forests in mind. I realized, quote, that an essence like this had to have at its core something pure and clean, recalling the idea of peace. I thought of the smells the Pope would smell while praying at the Grotto of Lourdes.
Just a clean morning of freshly spilled Jew blood. You know this Pope, right?
Yeah, I know this Pope. Yeah,
right.
No, okay. I'm sorry. I had to pass through the filters a couple of times.
It's been a while since they showed him in his Hitler Youth outfit.
Yeah, just a little bit. That just happened. That's just a coincidence, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, just a coincidence. He was there. Everybody was.
I'm convinced that when they get all those bishops together to choose the Pope, and everyone sets and they wait outside the Vatican for the smoke to come out of the chimney, which means that they have selected the Pope.
Oh no.
That is them burning all of the evidence of all the shit that the new Pope has done up to that point.
Okay.
They're chucking in like all the little boys' corpses and all the angry letters from parents about bloody drawers, and it's
a list of all the dioceses he's been at.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Well, who's this guy? Like he's like
what the fixers found.
He's a real dark horse
that
candidate.
come in afterwards. Yeah,
exactly. The Vatican strike team.
Yeah.
Ugh, man.
Anyway,
Anyway, so, but nothing says compassion and sharing like, paying an Italian guy to design you a cologne, let alone all the money that they're sitting on and all the, fucking people who are starving in this goddamn world. Oh, well.
There's rigid religions, such as the one that we just talked about, and then there's some more, lax ones.
Yeah.
People, that like live vicariously through other parts of the world. You know what I mean?
Podcastarians?
Sure it is. A Dutch priest turned sex therapist has started an online store for Christians who want to shop for sex toys, but don't want to be inundated with pornographic images and crude language. The website is called The Love Garden, and it caters to the long-ignored niche market of consumers interested in purchasing dildos, but are offended by photos of people using dildos.
Go on.
The Dutch priest says he hopes that the Love Garden will help nurture the idea that Christians can take pleasure in sex without feeling dirty or shameful.
I dig it, but the problem is he's making sex dirty and shameful by ignoring it. I don't know. Okay, no, I dig the message. I dig it. It's cool. You just sex isn't evil. Awesome, great. Have you seen the commercials for Christian Mingle or ChristianMeat.com?
I want to see that. You have to use the indefinite article. I want to see a dildo, not her dildo.
What was that word that she used just now for like it wasn't just one dildo, it was
dildrin.
There we go. Okay.
Yes, there are multiple dildos involved.
Yeah, dildrin.
Yeah, dildrin.
Yes, there we go. Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
You can only say no. The lady is using several dildos. The lady is using dildos. You can say the lady is using dildos if there's one dildo in each hole. They're dildrin if they're multiple dildos occupy the same hole.
Oh wow!
That is the only time dildrin.
I wasn't aware how complex this taxonomy got.
She had a palette of dildrin.
Oh god! See, this is a dirty episode, Chris.
4 score of dildrin.
Jeez, oh Pete. Backpedal.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah, a little bit. She, I don't know. Cool. Awesome.
Yeah,
great.
That's good. Yeah.
I feel kind of filthy going to some of the sites I go to.
Do you?
A little bit.
You should.
Well, no. I guess what I'm saying is like even. When I've seen a friend go to like torrent websites, the banners on the side are, pretty filthy. I'm like, hey buddy, you probably shouldn't be doing that anyway. But I just love that idea. Like do they call them marital aids on the site? Have you been there? Did you go to the site?
I don't know, but I had a really awesome idea, but it's not made up yet.
Okay.
You get to, you ever see those wheels? At like a graduation party where they show like a picture from each year up until they graduate.
And and you spin one.
What if you got to see the girl and she's like, "Yeah, do you want to do a private show?" And you're like, "No, I got to check you out first." And then you got to go through her photo history. I want to see what you look like at 3. And then we'll talk.
Is that like a eugenics kind of thing? Like I want to find out if you had scoliosis?
No, because they're never going to make new people,
Right.
Because there's a screen in between
because
them.
they're all used up. But,
yeah. No, there's a screen in between them.
Right. I don't.
It's not a real relationship.
That's weird. I don't know. That's kind of like if you like.
No, like I think I'd like to jerk off to her. When she was 7.
Man,
but people would do that.
People would, but
there's nothing the matter with it.
Chris,
it's not like
you're catering to awful people.
It's not like the photos aren't nude little girls.
Right? No, but it's still like
the girl now who's like 19 and I guess
look at that
braces or something.
Look at that. Needs braces desperately. I'm looking at these pictures from way back when. Her girl's always been jacked.
Hey, Mom, what did you do with the album? Why? I just want to look at it. Goes to the public library because she can't afford a scanner. Scans them in.
Right.
Yeah. She's doing her show live from like a bus stop bathroom.
Look how skinned that knee is.
Look at that skinned knee.
Look at you fell off that. Oh.
That's a scabby Band-Aid.
God damn. Chris, you're just taking this to dark places.
No,
can I take us to an awesome place?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Wait, no. Is this where I think you're?
No.
Okay,
actually,
right.
No. It's over that place is later.
No, I answered.
But this is just related. So since we're talking about web entrepreneurs, since we're talking about people who are, creating services for audiences, niche or niche, if you will. I will, because that's the right way to say it. Tacocopter.com is a website and service that is in public beta in the San Francisco Bay Area. The premise is as follows. Tacos are best when fresh, which explains the lack of Mexican restaurants that deliver. To solve this problem, the startup plans to use nimble miniature helicopter drones called quadrotors to airlift the tacos to the customer's doorstep within minutes using GPS and other technologies. The problem is that right now, this is illegal due to FAA regulations, although the company is lobbying to have these regulations changed. Tacocopter. The sun blotted out with 1,000 tacocopters. Delivering a brown paper bag of salsa and carne asada.
Carne asada?
Carne, that is Spanish for
much too heavy for a copter.
Yeah. Are
little
thinking,
copter.
Well, no, these are awesome, like little machines. Like, go look up quadrotors on YouTube.
Are these drones?
These drones. Side of the building falls off like Oklahoma City.
Laser.
Just cuts it in half.
Rolls it back like a can of meat. You know what I mean? Where you turn the screw in the old cartoons and the top of the meat can comes back like sardines.
Like the tacos?
No, the side of the building.
Okay. Chris, we've gone too far.
I'm sorry.
I mean, if I could, no, not you. I mean, not that.
And Tom and Jerry made a bet in it. And then they rolled them. They tucked themselves in by rolling it back
up. They soldered it together and buried them. Yeah. But no, we've gone too far. Not as a podcast. Not. I'd say as a people.
As a civil, yes. Yeah. No, yeah. We've definitely gone too. We shouldn't have lasted this long.
To quote
we're not made for it.
To quote the Bible, we spent so much time asking if we could that we never really, bothered to ask if we should.
Yes.
Yeah, Tacocopter. I'm just pondering the possibilities. Just those things are neat though.
Oh, your butts. God damn it. Arizona killer Robert Charles Towery. Do you notice that killers always have 3 names, by the way, right?
Yeah.
Somebody made light of this.
Yeah, James Earl Ray.
Here we go.
What's that? What's that? What's that acronymized to?
Jur.
Okay.
Anyway, I don't know. He wept and apologized to his family's victims as he was put to death by lethal injection for a violent murder and robbery. He broke down in tears, apologized to the victim's family and to his own family, and said his life had been one mistake after another. He looked at his family and began crying before adding, "I love my family. Potato, potato, potato." Potatoes may have been on his mind after his last meal before his execution included a baked potato with sour cream.
Chris, it's an emotional moment.
Potato. Potato. Potato.
Do you know what Steve Jobs' last words were?
No, I don't.
No. Oh wow! Oh wow!
Oh wow! Potato, potato, potato.
Potato, potato, potato. Steve Jobs was glimpsing the infinite. It was, it was his last moment between two worlds. This guy was glimpsing the starch that would soon be evacuating his body.
Well, I just think that maybe people are they choose to die. The person who is chosen to die goes to a place soon, just right before death, where they meet with like 6 or 7 other people who are in the same place that they are, and they play a children's game of hot potato to see who passes away.
Wait a minute. Is that what they mean by a stay of execution? The potato stays with you?
Yes. No. You got rid of the potato.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but no, they inject the drugs, and then Yeah, I'm not saying everyone that plays this game is on.
Can you choose?
Row.
Can you choose?
I'm saying like this is somebody who's like icy, car, like just like spun off the road and is laying on its top, and they're both in the same place, playing this misty, grounded game of hot potato.
Are you postulating some kind of death potato that's in play here?
Your musical chairs.
Do you want to play a game of death potato?
Do you want to play some death potato?
Do you get to choose how they're cooked? Can you get them spiral cut like at the fair?
I have no idea.
Like at the fair or at the O'Charlie's for the appetizer?
I don't know what happened.
I don't know either.
I felt so light and free. Almost like a child playing a birthday game.
Except instead of pin the tail on the donkey, it was pin the needle in the arm of the convict. Oh boy,
you're acting like this is an exclusive game to people being killed by the state. This is not.
It's not. Okay.
This is not.
So this isn't just when
Let me go get a hammer and I'll show you.
This isn't just when we decide as a people that somebody is going to die. This is everybody.
No.
This is anybody and everybody.
What we're saying is you dead better than.
More dead better than. Gotcha.
More dead better than.
More dead. Draw it. I just like how you're appropriating a Mr. Show reference.
But I refuse to watch it.
Oh, yeah.
And Tim and Eric.
No, you've watched it. No, you'd love you. I admit you. You'd love
I haven't watched either of them unless you've shown them to me.
I have. I've shown
certain clips.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've shown you some, and they're great.
Yeah. Glad you're caught up on Mad Men for tonight. By the way, the premiere coming back, season 5. Should jump into the middle of that. Don who
is Christina Hendricks still around?
I'm sure she probably is.
Okay, cool, neat. Yeah, I'll just look at some stills.
Back to that, huh?
Back to that. Yeah. Chris, I'm sticking with stills because you know what happens when the grid goes down?
All you're left with is stills.
Yeah. God forbid I go out and find actual people.
Yeah, no doubt, right?
No.
Well, I mean, if the world's, you just take what you want.
It's the stand,
You could have the real thing. What's the difference?
it's when the world goes full stand, full stand rather, not full stand like the Eminem song. So do you think that guy was just trying to get on a...
Why does my mind work the way that it does?
The way that mine does?
Mine does. Why does my mind work that way?
Why?
Because the image that I'm going to relate to you now is surely not going to make the show.
Oh, no. Okay, we'll put in some music.
A survival situation. It's where you're just like going to... I have needs to fucking feed and food, right?
I suppose. I put a marker there just to be safe.
But there are animals in the woods. Oh, really? but that's weird.
But he was that is weird. So is the consensus that this guy was just trying to get it, was just trying to make the news? This was his one last round at glory.
No, I don't think so.
No,
I think he just literally was drugged out of his mind.
Well, no, but
he was drugged out of his life. He had no idea what his dead body was saying.
He was on a trip.
Yep.
Yeah. To the grave.
Wherever.
When we're barbarians. But I like the idea. Just he started with the remorse and he started apologizing, and then it flowed out of him, and he uncorked it, and just everything poured out until finally it got to just potato.
That's all I had to
and
say.
then he's done.
Yeah.
Do you give your last words while you're why don't more last words?
Why don't you get your last words and then they do it?
Yeah, no, that's kind of sadistic.
Maybe he was
right?
just adding it.
Oh,
I don't know.
Maybe.
I didn't read the story.
Maybe it was compulsive.
Could be. You gonna go?
Yeah, let's go somewhere, Chris. Let's go somewhere. No. I like how if you think that we're using the same sound effect every time for that, we're not. We do it live in studio every time.
Oh, it's pretty simple.
Yeah, we've got the turntable right here. It's pretty neat. A recent issue of the journal Science contains a paper that might ultimately reveal a great deal about the causes of alcoholism in men. The study involved male fruit flies that were introduced into environments with female fruit flies that had already mated and thus were not interested in sex. After being rejected several times, these flies were given a choice between two kinds of food, one normal food and another food that was laced with alcohol. The rejected flies chose the alcohol nearly every single time. It was found that when these same flies were then allowed to have sex, their preference for the sauce decreased, and they instead opted for the real, untainted food as opposed to getting sauced. It's believed that this behavior is caused by brain chemistry and the reward system in the brain, and that this could have direct comparisons and implications for human behavior. Everything we do, Chris, dopamine, brain chemicals, just get little squirts here and there. You You're denied one thing, you have to go make up for it somewhere. You seek thrills. If it's not sex, it's going to be booze, right?
Every urge comes in spurts. Think about it.
Okay.
Every does.
Yeah, it does, because of the dopamine in your brain.
Yeah, I'm addicted to exercise and spurts of energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everything, no matter what it is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'm addicted to weight loss.
It gets you the
I gag myself, spurt of vomit.
yeah, the
Take
rush
laxatives, spurt of poo.
The rush, the feel alive, both at the same time.
I'm addicted to sex. I have sex and squirt.
Yeah, it's all addiction. It's all.
I'm addicted to masturbation. Squirt.
Yeah, yeah.
Squirt, 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 squirt.
This is gross. No,
But it is. Everything comes in spurts.
I'm addicted to collecting super soakers.
You get good at something for a while. That's a spurt. You
Yeah,
get interested at something.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
It's not a life. It's just a spurt.
yeah. So flies, men. There's
Spurt.
little difference.
Nah, not really.
No, well, what does matter? Never mind. What is mind? It doesn't matter.
It doesn't. Want to see brain matter?
No, not really.
Brains matter. It's kind of funny. My Science Zone story is actually also about flying creatures.
Okay.
Japanese honeybees' response to a hive-invading giant hornet is efficient and dramatic. They form a bee ball. Not a rat king. A bee ball.
Okay.
Around the hornet, serving to cook and asphyxiate it. Researchers in Japan have measured the brain activity of honeybees when they form this killer ball. One highly active area of the bee's brain they believe allows them to generate the constant heat, which is deadly for the hornet. Researchers explain that certain centers in the bee's brain were more active when they were a part of the hot defensive bee ball.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be more efficient for them to form a bee boy and then dance the hornet out?
Terrifying.
So they're cooking this hornet with their mind?
Yes. These bees have mind rays that can make a baked potato in 5 minutes.
Have you ever tried cooking a baked potato in 5 minutes? You can't do it.
Yeah.
You can't do it. What do they do with the body afterward?
What?
What do they do with the body afterward?
Of the hornet?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do they saute it with some onions and mushrooms?
Put it on a stick outside the fort? I don't know.
Yeah. Chris, you're describing
That's a literary reference, motherfucker.
You're describing my windowsill, okay?
I think that's my only literary reference.
In the history of the show. Let's check. Yep. Mark it up. That's awesome, though, right?
Yeah, it's kind of cool.
That's pretty cool.
It's a killer bee ball.
Yeah. No, I love bees.
Also,
they're pretty cool.
Also a move on NBA Jam.
He's on fire. that hornet's bee's on fire. Gotcha. Let me try that again. Bees on fire. And Bill Clinton there. It's pretty great.
I thought the only bees capable of that kind of destruction were the robotic ones from Richie Rich.
The movie or the comic?
The movie.
Oh.
The only one that really matters.
Right.
Yep, the one with Macaulay Culkin.
Macaulay Culkin. And who played his dad?
That kid could do no wrong.
He could do no wrong until he got old and ugly. Wrong. Although he wasn't that movie Saved. That was really good.
I never saw that.
No. It looks like a teen, I
loved him in The Good
girl.
Son.
Wasn't it like a really freaky movie?
He killed his younger brother.
Did he?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, which one was?
Dropped him out of the treehouse.
Did he?
Yeah.
Was he caught?
Of course he wasn't caught killing him. He was caught defecating in his mouth.
He had oh god. He had an uncredited role in Jacob's Ladder.
Really?
Yeah,
I did as well.
My second favorite movie, actually.
Uncredited.
What's that?
Uncredited.
Ungoogleable. Ungoogleable. Don't check it.
Don't look at that.
Don't check it. Nope. You're demon number 5. Is it weird that my two favorite movies
there were demons in that?
Jacob's Ladder?
Yeah.
It was all about demons.
Really?
You've never seen Jacob's Ladder?
I think I was in the same movie you're talking about.
What? What movie are you talking about?
No, I said I don't think I was in the same movie.
No, I don't think you were. It was 1990, so you were 7.
That's really weird.
You were 7.
Hmm.
Actually, you could have been. You could have been the kid. You've been less cute.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, no. But is it weird that my two favorite movies star Tim Robbins?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, damn it.
Yeah, Mumford Avenue and
about Sucker Proxy. No.
the painter's stool. No.
Shawshank Redemption.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
my bad. Anyway, I have a mystery for you. A naked 41-year-old Iowa City man told deputies that he'd been forced by 4 men to handle a nuclear bomb at his home in Iowa City. Deputies were dispatched and said that they found William Bliss naked and showing signs that he'd been drinking. He told them that he was forced to handle the bomb at his nearby home, where deputies say he took off running when they tried to detain him.
Did he do anything to make the claim more believable? Did he like take out all of his teeth and like tear out clumps of his hair?
No, he showed video of Doc Brown getting shot, though.
Man, that's so weird, right? Because like when that movie was made, the Libyans were like a huge deal. And then for a period of 6 months, people who watched Back to the Future for the first time, and the Libyans were the main villains in it. I mean, you know, the impetus, villains, yeah. Some of the villains, antagonists, if you will. Then it made sense again. But from, you know, the mid 80s up through, you know, the Libya crisis, it made no sense. Like, well, what's Libya? Where are these people from? Right? You call that a hoverboard? I call this a hoverboard.
That was Back to the Future 2.
Yeah. It was like Mattel.
Which was filmed coincidingly with Back to the Future 3.
Was it?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, concurrently.
You ever seen the YouTube where they
Can you imagine that production nightmare?
Okay.
Desert future, desert future, desert future.
Well, it was a rotating set. They kept
this set.
It was on a Lazy Susan.
They kept this set, and then they did that Will Smith movie with the spiders in the West.
Yeah. The one we've referenced for 2 episodes in a row.
Is it really now?
Yeah.
But they make sense, right?
It does.
Yeah.
It does. And it does.
And then the lady, the who was a Clara was the teacher. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, what was her name?
I don't
What's
know.
her real name? Emma what?
Eva Mendes?
No.
Emma Watson?
So. No, too young.
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Fellatio Hardbody.
If somebody names their kid that,
what a future.
Fellatio Hardbody Jones. Oh man, what should we do? This is all about. Let's do one of the ones that's about death, because I don't want it to be in the next episode.
Oh, good. That'll pair up nicely.
Will it?
Sure, with the rest of this trash.
A 15-year-old Texas boy is being charged with attempted murder after stabbing his friend in the woods, rather. He just stabbed the one. When asked why he did it, he said their Ouija board told him to do it. After removing the 4-inch blade from his friend's gut, they took him to an auto body repair shop to call an ambulance. Why would he believe the Ouija board, Chris? Because the board told him that his friend was the source of all of his problems. Hey, everything that's wrong in your life, that guy over there, let's just say Steve. Hey, Steve, guess what? This took like 4 hours because the thing moves, the planchette moves.
Maybe he jumped
slowly.
the gun. Maybe it was S-T... Steve! Stab, but we meant Stan, who was at home.
Yeah, who was
destroying his toys.
Yeah, exactly. Why are kids being allowed in the woods? Nothing good happens in the woods.
Supernatural spelling does.
Have we considered that this might have been suicide on Steve's part?
Steve didn't die, did he?
No. I mean, just like attempting suicide. It's like, hey, let's go out here. There are a couple of people out there.
Well, if Steve did do it, he did ruin the kid's life.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, no.
The cause of all your problems.
The cause
from
of
here
all
on
your
out.
problems, yep.
Oh, boy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, man, with an E.
I don't get it.
Omen.
Oh.
This has been Those Damn Ross Kids.
I guess that's it.
I guess, yeah.
There's things people can do. I noticed that we haven't mentioned on the iTunes that we have gotten some ratings, not some reviews. It's just some stars. I think we're still up there.
Yeah.
We got up to 20 ratings. We jumped from 18 to 20, so it's a big few months. It's booming.
Yeah.
I can assume you're talking to a lot of people in checkout lines about us.
Yep. No, are you spreading the gospel? Are you spreading the word?
Spreading that word.
Yeah. Have you heard the good news?
Yeah.
There's a new Those Damn Ross Kids this week.
Yeah, no doubt, right? So, continue to please participate on the Facebook page. I know Andrew posted the fruit fly.
Yes, thank you, Andrew.
Article. I'm not sure if you gave him recognition for that or not.
No,
'cause
no,
I
I
don't
didn't.
generally listen to you.
No,
But
you generally don't.
participate there. Lots of people we haven't heard from in a long time because participation is down and funding is up. So
That's weird, right?
give up the money for the accolades and verbal, appreciation.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, you can pop on over to Duckfeed.tv / Those Damn Ross Kids to find us specifically, or you can check out the other shows on just Duckfeed.tv, which would include the Don't Trigger Riddle. And watch out for Fireballs.
Yeah.
With good buddy Gary Butterfield, who has not written in any questions for me to make a fool of myself on lately.
No,
so.
yeah, Gary, give us
Not calling
questions.
you out, just saying.
You're just requesting. Just
come on.
Just singling you out.
Yeah.
Yeah, call into the voicemail. That's 419-528-TDRK.
Yeah, we forgot about
questions, with questions and all of these things.
Yeah, like-
we'll play you on the air. Don't feel scared. Don't feel the need to be entertaining. We'll make you entertaining. We'll make you entertaining in context.
Yeah,
So
I think what we've informed and bagged, right?
yes, we have.
Show's over. Good
Bag
night.
formed. Good night.